it's on the short side. Avis budget.
Shout out Lance. Shout out Lance. Boom, boom. What up, what up, what up? Alright. What up, Ayub? Meraki, what's up? This looks bad. Of course it looks bad. Look at the daily. S&P looks horrible, man. July was so trash. July was so trash. I still like downside potentially to this area of fair value on NQ, and I believe it. ES still has more room to go, but just consolidates every day, all day. This is a 4-hour range that we're operating within again. This is a 4-hour range that we're operating within again. Question is, do we break these ranges to downside, or does this take out lows and revert right back in? Because we could potentially play range lows. Yeah, we might be running range protocol here. The 15-minute isn't as rangy. It looks a little bit more trendy, but this is definitely a day where I'm gonna stay more patient. This doesn't look good to me. We're flipping this gap. I like downside, I think. to some sell side lows, but we'll see. Let's see what we do at open. Yes, leaving equal lows. What time frame? Let's see what we do here. I don't like where we're at though. We're within a range. Five minutes to be. Looks like we already closed over on NASDAQ and flipped that gap. Oh, these lows, yeah. So we do it open here. Nice decoupled price at open. Beautiful, beautiful. I like downside. Let's see, we swept out London lows. Range lows are down here. I like downside. We're bearish, chat. Downside, downside. This is trash though. It's probably gonna sweep range lows down here. We flipped the 1 hour Sibby. I mean Bissy. And we have range lows down here. Next sell sides after these range lows. I just want to gauge the reaction off these range lows. Should see this coming to Asia. See if this comes down into Asia. Range external. AQ looks super choppy. Look at the 15-minute on AQ. I don't like this open. Not a good open. Not a good open. Man, July is one for the record books. This has been a bad month. Just every day. NQ's pulling back up. This looks horrible. Look at NQ, chat. Nasty stuff. Popping off the lows. Chat, where's everybody at? Where's everybody at? We're popping off the lows. It's just internal. This is just pure internal. Don't like this open at all, chat. Watching this trash. This price is bad. NQ's pulling it back up. ES is pulling lower. They're playing tug of war right now on strength. ES is weaker at open. NQ stronger. There's no clear intention from price. There's no draws, direction. There's just nothing right now. This is no man's land for me where you just get cooked. I'm not going to get involved with this until we get a move out or we get some clarity. Pair that with them being decoupled and kind of fighting right now. I'm good. This is really bad open. We're just within this 4-hour consolidation. That's the thing. Here's a range high. Range low. Yeah, this is just... Yeah, price is taking no prisoners. This is trash. Bro, this is so ass. Let's see what we do, man. Let's hope FOMC clears it up. Yeah, we'll see. Yo, where's everybody at? Why are we like half the size? Why are like half the people here today? This is pure range. I'm just gonna wait here and we'll see what we do. We shall see what we do. We just wait here. They're avoiding loss, probably. This looks pretty bad. Alright, give me 2 seconds. Bum, bum, bum. Where's my other thing, man? Come on, dog. What's your guys' bias today? What is your guys' bias? What we got for biases? What we got for biases right now? What up, Charmaine? Charmaine. Neutral? This is pure range, dog. This is pure range, bro. What are we gonna do, chat? What are we gonna do? Look at this open, bro. Yo. Look who's saying in the chat, bro. There's no bias right now. I like gun to my head downside still, but I don't know if we should trade this. This is garbage. What is this open, bro? It never ends. It never ends. July is a month for the record books. Yeah, it's about to be if we don't get some soon. It's raining outside for me, so I can't even go touch grass right now. It's about to be an early go outside and enjoy nature day if we don't get a move here soon. I'm about to be looking at trees. About to go chill with the girl Mother Nature. I can't even go outside though. Bum, 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 bum. My session expired. Da, na, 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 na. I'm gonna wait for a better price and we'll go back to matcha, bro. I can't waste the matcha in this price action. When price gets better, if August starts to get better, we'll start drinking matcha again. Let's see. What's gold and silver doing? They're in chop too, but it's more downside look. Still choppy there too. FOMC at 2 p.m. This whole session might be cooked, bro. What do? Man, what's your bias on NAS 100 to reach the daily OB and it can start reversing before Fed cuts? My bias right now is to stay out of this chop. But on the higher time frame, I still like downside. So I think that this is pure range on the 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour. I think that this is dangerous price that I want to sit out of. But on the higher time frame, I lean downside. I'd rather see this come lower. I'd rather see this. Bro does not know what he's doing. Yeah, okay, bro. What, bro's yapping, bro. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I've just been doing this for 7 years. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, though. NQZ. Bro, just be saying shit in the chat. No, I don't know what I'm doing in consolidation. I know I'm sitting out. Let me know what you're doing. You're probably losing money. What up, Zachy? First time on TradingView. I've been trading longer than you've been alive, my boy. You're probably like 16. Who said that? Someone in the TT chat. It's always like 18-year-olds on the TT chat yapping. NQZ, show me a payout over like $200. And then come talk shit in the chat. Bum, 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 bum. It is a pure range. We want to see downside. Congrats, man. Let's see it. Hop into Discord. Let's see it. Let's see range lows. Should see downside still. We got PDL and then we got 3 sell side lows on the daily. Crazy people have time to say that. Bro, they be joining the streams. Just straight yapping. Bro knows nothing about me. Do you have a view for today? I want to see this break consolidation to the downside ideally. But I'm not interested until this breaks range. Which this is what we're about to do. You want to see body through this, the downside. Body through the downside. Let's see if we can actually break range here. You got to see a body through these lows. You don't want to see the sweep lows revert right back to range. It's the same thing as before. We're just going to be waiting. There's no rush. If price is in a consolidation tight like this, we just sit out. London low slept on NASDAQ. What's your London low? My London lows right here. We slept out a 15-minute sell side though. That's probably your London low right here. I want to see range external on ES. It's always mad funny when people come into the chat trying to tell me stuff, bro. I'm sorry, it's so funny. Not to have an ego, but it's just funny. Like, yes, me, 26, been trading since I was 19, so been trading the last 7 years. I'll take advice from the 17-year-old who's been trading for 6 months. Yep, let's do that. It's always those people in the chat. That's like me. That's like me talking to someone that's like 40 and been trading 30 years, and I'm like, not 30 years, but that's like me talking to someone that's like 45 and been trading 25 years, and I'm like trying to tell him exactly how to trade. Bro, he makes his money. He knows what he's doing. I don't need to tell him. If you know, you know, right? If you have edge and you actually make money, I don't need to tell him anything. He makes his money. I can share like my experiences. That's different. But I'm not gonna tell a dude that's been trading 25 years what to do. Here's the sell side lows. Let's see if we sweep revert back to range. Range external and ES is next up. Yeah, that one's London lows for me. I got you. I figured. Range lows here. We'll see sell side. Still nothing to do. No reason to get involved in this. Let's see if we pop off these lows. It's just tough to want to play that low. Next lows for downside are all the way down here on NQ as well. So it's moving now. You know, we're kind of moving, but this is a weird session. I don't like this. 1-to-1 if shorting was not worth it. Still not fully clear. We would have had to play the break of this range, really. ES is definitely weaker right now in terms of strength and weakness. ES leading downside. That's the range low right here. Go for another monthly gap. I want to see it hit fair value. Fair value is this. I want to see it reach for this fair value right here. That red line. Probably won't do it yet though. But ultimately I'm bearish. I like downside. Chat, we said downside the whole way. I don't know what I'm doing though, right? I have no idea what I'm doing apparently. Mr. Patient, what's up, Big D? Big D. Big D. What up, bro? That's a funny name. Range lows. London lows here on NASDAQ. See if we reach for PDL. It's bodying through the range lows. We get a 5-minute internal here. Starting to move. Decent move now out the range. What's going on? I'm chilling. I'm waiting for this. Trying to see if this wants to body through the lows. We can maybe play the sell side. This is starting to go a little bit. We're still within a 4-hour range contextually. You know what I mean? But we can maybe play to the range lows if we get some. This might just run without us, but we really haven't took out major lows yet. But aside from this range low, let's see. We can maybe play downside. See if this 5-minute SIBI forms. We could maybe play PDL. A little bit sus. Range lows are PDL on NQ. Wasn't the selling? Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a move. We can maybe play to the sell side. I love low resistance liquidity runs. Where's the low resistance? I love LR on ES for shorts. Like that, I guess a little bit. Oh yeah, on the daily I see it. This for sure is low resistance. These daily lows look good. Crazy how it's been bearish the whole month, but it was so yeah, that's the thing. It's really just delivery, man. We've been right on bias basically every day. That's the thing. Our bias is super accurate. And when we're offside on bias, we get onside very quickly because I don't marry an idea. Price just invalidates it, we flip. But even when you're super accurate with bias, if price delivery is bad, and you're at the mercy of it. That's what I always say to you guys. So if price delivery isn't gonna fall through and it's gonna be choppy, it's gonna stop hunt, it's gonna take out levels, then just chop, or it's gonna stall right before high conviction levels, like yesterday where we just were right before PDL and then we just started chopping like this. We're just gonna be at the mercy of price delivery there. What up? What's up, Alexa? Good downside move here. Body through the range lows on ES. I want to see PDL now. There's no sign of slowing down here. Range lows, Asia lows, PDL. It's ideal draws here. I would need some form of retracement to play continuation of the lows. It's been dumping at the open. We'll make a move usually at open and then just consolidate the rest of the AM. That's generally what price delivery's been. Today we consolidated at open, now we're dumping. Whoa, open was right here. So we chop for like 5, 10, 15, 20. We chop for like 20 minutes. I'm watching Asia PDL. Sell side draws. Bro. Where's MMBA, bro? Is he not here? I don't understand why this is a thing. You know what it probably is doing? It probably doesn't shuffle it. Chat, does it play the exact same songs consecutively every day? Or does it, like, does it shuffle? Do you know? Because I don't know how this song plays every single stream. I have like 50 songs in there. My theme song? Alright, bro. This song's becoming a meme on the stream, bro. I don't know how it always manages to come on. So it's either not shuffling or just, it is cursed. That's what I'm saying. This song is actually cursed. I don't like it. This song is cursed as hell. I'm wondering if like it is cursed and it just keeps coming on in the shuffle, or if I don't have it on shuffle. Are we just not gonna trace? Alright, PDL, range lows. Good move to downside. Sell side, sell side, sell side. Straight up, this song's cursed. You might have it on repeat. I think that's gotta be what it is. Properties. I have it on shuffle. Oh wait, it's on loop. Get that stuff out of here. I think I have it on shuffle now, not loop. Bro. What song is it? I want to take it off. I'm gonna have to add more songs. Wait, how many do I have? Okay, I have less than I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's like 25 songs. We gotta add more. I'll add more, and I'm gonna make sure it shuffles. I'm tired of hearing that damn song. That cursed song. We could try to play 5-minute Sibby continuation. PDL, the R is not gonna be good. I like the way this is retracing though. We got a decent move finally. I still feel ES is weaker, so I prefer ES short if we're gonna play a continuation here off this. Would prefer ES continuation here. Potentially into fair value right here. This range low. Let's see what we do here. We got 15-minute. Say being 15 minutes. I don't really see a clean inversion. It's gonna be tough R. I'd like to see this dig a little deeper up. I would have to play a different entry. This doesn't even have a gap. No real V-shaped delivery here. Let's see this push up a little more. That'd be nice. That's really wicky. I'd like to see this pop up a little bit more on the retracement, maybe into Asia lows, which should be fair value. This isn't gonna give any format entry. That's a problem, because I don't trade this OB. I need gaps. It's not gonna offer anything if it goes to the lows here. We need a good push up to create an inversion down. Even NQ, like this isn't even a gap. That was just efficiently delivered. I'm adding more music after this. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. It's too damn bad. Random hypo music. See you go push up. Push! This is gonna reject, not give us an entry and go to the lows. I'm already knowing. I see it. I'm already knowing. Dun, 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 dun. What up, Thenix? This is gonna go downside without any entry. Five-minute Sibby tag. Should see PDL. Next lows are Asia and PDL. Asia and PDL. Fair value's right here, this gray line. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see if we can get something. Push. Let's see this tag fair value. Do it. I repent, taking my eyes off you. I repent. Let's go buy back up. Sheesh. Nine minutes on this 15-minute civvy. I repent. There's fair value. Taking my eyes off you, I repent. Going my own way, Lord forgive me. And we don't get a big body candle. Nice. Yeah, this is not gonna give us an inversion. I need some form of gap. This is much weaker. Look at the difference on the 5. You can see it a lot on the 5. See if we pop back into the range of these lows or if this plays continuation downside, but it's not going to give me a, unless I get like a order flow flip here. Need to see a good sell. Good sell, good sell, good sell. Watch it just chop at the lows again, chat. Straight up. We should see sell side lows. That's fair value on the 5. It's just gonna go without us. I still don't have a gap. If I enter down here, it's a 1-to-1. It's like not even worth it. You should see this go. I think it's gonna go without us though. I'm not gonna get the fill. Of course it doesn't give us an inversion. You really want to see this go now, honestly. I could cut my size and then nah, because it's gonna be like a 1-to-1. I'd rather just not take. I don't want to run a 1-to-1. I don't know if I. Let's see. There's an order flow flip entry, but it's just meh. Just man, we'll see how this plays. I'm not gonna chase this down here for like 1R. So it either wicks that or we just wait. Yeah, GG's. If this could be an inversion, then we would mark it, but I'm not gonna, again, I'm not gonna chase a 1-to-1. It's like sub 1R at this point. Alright. That's cooked. We could have got this fill and it would be a 1.8. I don't really want it if it comes back up now. It's like a 1-to-1 here. I'm good on the 1-to-1. Should see sell side lows now. I wanted that right off the entry. Like ideally this candle, that's the fill. NQ tagged it and yes, SMT'd of course. No fill, yeah. I don't really want it if it comes back up at this point. I like to be in that little low risk stage. I don't want it right here for a 1, and I don't want it if it comes all the way back up now. Price won't let us catch a break lately. Because I'd be break even this low or I'd be break even PDL. So I don't really want it after sweeping that low. That's like 1R from entry. The other thing is this is looking kind of choppy. So this might set up the 15. Now there's 3 minutes left. I don't want to hear. This looks like it's going to set up the 15-minute. We'll see if this even wants to deliver lower now. Or if this is going to bounce off these lows again like yesterday. It just doesn't fall through and it delivers well. See if this can go. It should go. It's got to go now. Like it needs to go now. It needs to fall through to the lows now if it's gonna do it. It just never tends to fall through. Yeah, we'd for sure be break even now. Service would be free, but of course we didn't get filled. It's free. I just want to see one more sell side level. We'd be out right here for 1.8. Here comes CP. And TP. Chat, bro. These markets are annoying. There's CP. We out. 1.8. But price don't want to fill us. You can be right on bias, but if price is gonna be like that, you know what I mean? It just not much you can do. As full TP, 1.8 from the order flow flip. That's what I wanted. I wanted to play an inversion through this leg. What I wanted was this. I wanted there to be some form of gap to play through this leg to play an inversion to the lows here. Because I felt high conviction is sell side draw there off the 5-minute fair value area. Right, so this is fair value. Good speed to the downside there. Now let's range lows on NQ. We can't catch a break, dog. Of course, that leaves us without a fill. That's quite annoying. It's just the markets lately. Like, even when we get a move like this that delivers the TP, it just doesn't fill. We'd have had to take a 1-to-1 basically. 1-to-1 into this low. This low is TP1. I'd want to be all out or majority out here because I think you just swept out a major low. The only other low is this. So that was for sure TP1. You take 70 off or at least 60% off. So it might pop here. You see it catch a bid now. We'll see. Well, the only other low is PDL if it doesn't. If it doesn't, then the only other low that could pop it is PDL. No fill for old PT. Beautiful. Next lows are PDL if it rejects here. Just gonna combine these gaps. Yeah, this might catch a bid now. What up, recession? What's up, what's up, what's up? What we got? See if we go PDL. See if we go PDL, PDL. Yo, Buggle, we can do the one-on-one call right after stream. Just have your data, like have your recent data. Obviously the markets have been shit in July, but have your data for recent trading in the journal, and then if you have any questions, let me know. Like, have them written down, or specific things you want to go over. It's probably catching a bit off these lows. It's just a matter of if we reject this SIBI on the 5. That sucks we didn't get a fill on the short. That would have been a nice one and done. We just hop right off. I'm not too interested off the lows here. It trended down. This is a 4-hour sell side sweep, and it's a range, right? When we look at the 4-hour contextually, this is a range low, and so there's a decent chance that this catches a bid here and goes back to range. The only other, like I said, range low is the previous day low, sell side. Reject Sibi, we should see PDL on NQ if we respect her. I rode that 5-minute Sibi into the overnight low on NASDAQ. We could pop from here like we've done that the last 2 sessions. Yeah, exactly. We stepped out major low. I wanted ES. NQ filled it too. NQ would have filled, I think. But ES is weaker. Like a 1.75. 70-point stop, 68-point stop. I wanted ES because it was weaker. It should still go to PDL ideally, but then it'll pop most likely. Let's see. 5-minute Sibi's a tell. If we flip the 5-minute Sibi, it's popping off these lows and not going to PDL right now. So we did it. We swept down major lows on ES too. Look. Those are those major sell side lows. So our bias has been on point again. But again, delivery has been major low sweep here. This is a major range external. Next lows on ES are down here, and I don't think we go for those right now. I think this reverts back up. Just major sell side sweep there. See if we flip over this 5-minute Sibi or not. Most likely this pops here. At least ES. It's the only other spot this sells to is PDL and NQ. After that it pops. It's either it sells down to PDL or we pop right here. But either way, both those lows I'm looking at pops. ifvg. The market delivery has been tough. I didn't really want to run a 1-to-1. I don't know, maybe that's something I still have to work through, is being okay with the 1-to-1s, but I felt conviction in this low going. Once we traded into 5, I mean, that was a beautiful delivery into fair value. Look, see how he traded right into that overlapping low. This is fair value, sell side, buy side, sell side. Right, so from there, you want to see downside. We tagged fair value basically to the T, then sold to the lows. Should see PDL if it's gonna reject this 5-minute Sibi the way it is. Should see PDL tag here. This wants to be good. Do you ever close your trades early in profit? I never do. I never do. You gotta know, Pack, where you're gonna exit. You should know where you're gonna exit before you're in the trade. I think that might be what affects you. If you don't know exactly where you want to see price go and exit, like where your TP is, like something for me that really helps me is, so like for example, this short, clear break even area. My BE is this low, or you could play this low depending on reaction. These are the two areas I would break even my trade at, and then this is a clear TP on the trade where I'm closing it for profit. Right, that's figured out before the trade. Clear stop right here at this high and validating it. Everything is determined before the trade. And so when you have a clear break even area, when you have a clear TP when you have a clear invalidation, aka stop loss, it's easier to follow the plan, but that needs to be predetermined before you put risk on, because once you put the risk on, you're more conducive to making emotional decisions. You have clarity before you put risk on in the market around what you want to do objectively, but once you have risk on, that can be skewed by emotions. There's PDL, so we should catch a bid here, you know. I like longs here, chat, if you're gonna try and snipe the lows. I don't call bottoms like that. I'm not gonna try and trade bottoms, but I think that this pops right off this low. We'll see. I'd like to see this catch a bid here. If it doesn't, where do we go next? Where do we go next? There's just no targets. Let's see if we pop off the PDL. Give it a second. If we don't, this might free fall. Nothing yet. No one's stepping in. There's no bid stepping in yet. Monthly busy. Yeah, right here. That's just CE, but to me, fair value right here. This fair value's basically been my draw. If we don't catch a bid off PDL here, this might fall. Thing is where? Next lows are this. This is what it's been doing though. Like it'll sell through these lows and then it just randomly catches a bid. Watch. I bet you this still catches a bid. It wouldn't surprise me. That's how price has been trading lately. I think it's hard for me to see profit and then know it can disappear. The fact that you're thinking about seeing profit is the issue in itself, because you got to be focused on the process of the trading. Just detach from the profits and the outcomes and just focus on putting on good trades. Create a thesis, have a clear validation of your thesis, have a clear target where you want to get out. If you do those things and you submit to them, then the money and the profits comes a byproduct. But you have to predetermine your risk, you have to predetermine your exits, you have to predetermine what you want to see. Before I even enter a trade, I know exactly what I want to see. I want to see us reaching to a certain level where I TP. I want to see us hit a level where I break even my stop, and then I have a clear stop loss and validation. When I have that plan put together, it helps me buy in and stay submitted to it. Versus if I just enter a trade and then figure out after where my stop is, after where I want to target, now I'm just falling to emotion. Now I'm in a trade. Oh, should I get out here or should I get out here? Do I close it now or do I close it later? All these things should be predetermined. It's a really important thing. Every trade I take, you'll always see it has a clear invalidation with a stop. It has a break-even area that I want to, get risk-free at, and then it has TP1, and then sometimes TP2 if we see more downside. I think one of the biggest things that with trading that a lot of people don't talk about, chat, is everyone's different and everyone has different emotional struggles, everyone has different traumas, everyone has different tendencies as human beings. Like every person that you meet is going to have different things, right? No one's perfect. Everyone has things that they need to work on, and in trading a lot of times you'll see that reflected right into the charts. And if everyone's different, that means that you're not just going to have the same struggle as the next person. You can't put all these flaws and all this advice under an umbrella and be like, oh, just some umbrella blanket statement. You have to make it personal to you. You have to figure out what your flaws are and what your strengths are as a person and as a trader, and you have to cater to them. So I'm very disciplined in the sense of my trading, where I can submit and I can sit here and look at these charts the entire day and not take a trade if it doesn't give me something. And I can sit and I can wait for my levels to get hit, and if they don't get hit, I don't do anything. But the next person might not be able to do that. I'm very different from the average trader, where most people are in a rush to put on risk. I'm actually more risk adverse. And so I had to push myself to actually put more trades on and put more risk on and learn how to have higher frequency. It's a balancing act, and you have to figure out where you struggle and what your flaws are. I don't break my rules though, chat. I don't break risk rules. I'm patient. That's why I made that my name. That's one of my strengths. It's something that I want to cater to in my trading. And I believe that's what I've done, because I have clear rules. Let's see if we catch a bit off these lows. I still like higher off these lows. I'd be very surprised if this comes down with speed. Why are they doing all this before FOMC? I don't know, man. It's moving though. Price is gonna price. It's hard for me to detach from the money because if I didn't care, I would just let it play. It's a threshold. You have to be risking enough to where you care, but not enough to where it affects your decision making. Good morning, mentor. Any trades you took today, late today? We wanted this short, it hit full PT, but we didn't get a fill. And unfortunately, NQ filled, but ES was weaker. So I wanted to short ES into these lows. Played perfect. Would have been about a 1.8, but we didn't catch a fill. Because once it moved down, it would have been about a 1-to-1. Not even. It was less than. It was negative R. I'm not trading anything less than a 1-to-1. I would have had to get in a fill like right in here somewhere. It's basically the negative R. I wanted this. Alright, let's see what we do here. 5-minute Sibi. I can see this catching a bid. You probably see shorts cover here at PDL, and then you see this catch a bid up. I still like buys here. See, if this sells hard down, it would be very surprising. Should see buys. Not a crazy reaction thus far though. But yeah, chat, in terms of detachment, I mean, you see me on stream through July right now, go through a losing streak and just keep doing exactly what I'm doing. And there's a lesson in that, because I'll sit here and lose 4 or 5 trades in a row, but because my risk is managed and because I know that I'm only 1-2 trades away from making that back, and I'm only, you know, one bad decision away from destroying everything that I've been building, I follow my rules. I sit, and I have been here before, and I know that, you know, drawdowns are gonna happen. Everyone on Twitter, I literally posted this yesterday, chat, because I'll show you. I literally made this tweet yesterday. Well, I replied to someone. This dude was sharing his red month on Twitter. He said, here, let me see if I can screenshot it. Or I'll just put it here. Some of your favorite furus continue to post how awesome the market is for trading. The reality is, for 99% of traders, months periods end up looking like this. Yesterday was closing a swing trade that I pretty much round trip. I've only like 10k in gains this month. Lesson, these are tough periods. Oh, lesson. There are tough trading periods for yourself, your strategy, and sometimes just in general. They happen for everybody. I'm posting this just to show an example that it's not realistic to always be crushing it. When the market changes, it's time to size down, readjust, and for me, golf way more until things settle down. And then it's just like he's pure red, basically. He's getting cooked in July. I was like, red month for me as well right now. W transparency, July's been tough. Everyone on X conveniently never has drawdowns. Facts. No one on X has drawdowns, chat, because they're all cappers. X is, I don't know. It used to be a good spot. Now it's kind of just a cesspool of marketing and LARPs. You used to go on X and actually learn things and like lift each other up, and now it's just everyone trying to create controversy and call each other out. My thing is, like, if I have an issue with someone, I'll just tell them directly. I don't need to go on Twitter and call them out for the clicks, which I obviously could do, but yo bro, which I obviously could do, but I'm not gonna do it. I caught that. Chat, you like those mitts? I caught that. I caught that camera before it fell, bro. What happened? I just knocked my camera down, but I caught it. We should see a bid off these lows. What are you trading? I'm trading the S&P and the NASDAQ futures. MES, MNQ. It's micro S&P, micro NASDAQ. But yeah, chat, like obviously we could go on Twitter and call people out and create a bunch of controversy, and it'd probably help me grow. But that's not the community that I want to build, and that's not the thing that I want to focus on. I want to focus on getting better at trading, teaching you guys how to get better at trading, putting on good trades, and praising the Lord through the stream, which I need to do more. And I need to strengthen my walk. Those are the priorities. But I'll do like the best in my ability to steer you guys away from those people, because the truth is, you find the wrong people that don't actually have edge, that are just stringing you along, you're not gonna make money. Like, you're just lengthening your learning curve. I think we're just consolidating at the lows, chat. I think we catch a bid though. I still like higher off these lows. Off PDL, we should see buys. I'd be very surprised if this comes down with speed. It's just not a lot of downside targets here. This is just kind of stalling at these lows, but this should catch a bid back up into the range. Right, look at the range. Chat, $5. $5, this catches a bid. I don't know what it's going to be, but this should buy back up. Right, obviously it looks bearish on this candle. I don't care. This looks like I'll bet you guys $5, 5 whole schmeckles, that this flips back up into the range. I just don't see clear downside targets other than the ES lows here. It would have to be these ES lows, and that's a move. That's a big move right now, especially pre-FOMC. Obviously anything's possible. Price is gonna price, markets are gonna market, but I'll bet you 5 schmeckles this pops back up here. Why don't you wait for the FOMC to be passed like the others? If price is gonna move like this, man, I'll still trade it. It's just unfortunately we didn't get a fill on the short. I was bearish the whole day. I wanted downside. This is my final TP. Now we've basically taken out targets for the day, so the only thing I would potentially consider is buying. And right now we're just consolidating. There's no structure to buy, so we do nothing. Would you say we're in a daily OB? I don't really look left that much, personally. I more so use the left as targets. And so like if you're looking left over here, yeah, I guess you could say that, but to me this has all been used. Like, how this would only be relevant to me in terms of marking it out if it was like this time of the year when it's fresh, because I focus on the right side of the chart. And so like this is where I would be looking, this is where I would be considering this OB and daily gap, like in here. But once it's been used like that and we fall through, I'm not looking left like that. I use the left as targets for sell side. That's really it. So for how I trade, it's not really a factor to me. I more so see it as I focus on the most recent order flow and the current price legs, and so to me it's really just this monthly leg. I want to see fair value, which we've been looking for. I told you guys weeks ago when we were trading up here, I want to see a deeper retracement. Even after NQ had already hit this monthly gap, I was like, I still want to see downside. So ideally we see fair value get tagged on the NASDAQ this week or next. ES lows here and here are really what I'm looking at. But we might pop off these lows first. That might not happen today. It's possible if we sell through these lows and get real heavy here, then it could still have a crazy move before FOMC, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But right now it's following through. We're rejecting. It's just gonna probably chop. I bet 5 schmeckles that this consolidates and pops. How much you guys want to bet? Consolidation, then pop back up into the range. Handshake. I'm not interested in shorting here, and I'm not interested in longing unless we have structured long. The one take would have been this. We didn't get a fill. Now would have played for about a 1.8. Funded next, 50K account, $70, 95.5 split. That's fire. I might have to grab that. I'm not even trading funded next at the moment. That sounds fire. 550Ks. It's like you paid $350. What's the ROI? Let's say we run 550Ks with 95.5 split. That's 350. Assuming it's 70 with taxes and everything. 350. What's the payout cap? 1500 DD is kind of mid, but you can work with it. Just you play them more aggressive. It's only 350, dude. I'd probably do that right after. I'll grab 5 funded next. So it's 350. What's the payout cap and what's the ROI? You got to do ROI with split included. Let me look at cap. Yeah, so whatever the cap is, you take 95% of that. You just do, so like it's 350 up front, then it's whatever the payout cap is times 5, and then you multiply that by 0.95. So it'd be like, let's say the payout cap's 2K, it'd be 10K times 0.95. 9.5K. So it'd be like 30x. Is that good math, chat, or no? We're still coming down here. Let's see. I still think this consolidates and sweeps this. Sweep this low. It's gonna work back up. Then it's gonna pop. If we sell hard here, I'll be very surprised. But right now we're looking bearish. Just gonna randomly catch a bid because where are these? There's no clear lows unless this wants to just die before FOMC. It's gonna wick this and pop back up. $1,500 max. So it's 1,500 max payout. What's the R to payout? So it's 350. It's 1,500 an account, right? So it's 1,500 times 5. Wait, is it 1,500 total each account, or is it 1,500 with all of them? Yeah, no one looks at ROI. I agree with that. Everyone's worried about, you know what I mean? I agree with you. 1,500 per account, right? So it's 70. Do you have a Discord? Yeah, I do. 1,500 max per account. So it's 1,500 times 5. Because I'm basing it off a 5 account investment. So it's I'll let you know my Discord in 1 second. Yeah, it's a 21.4 ROI. Wait, no, I did the math wrong. Because I didn't take the 95 split. Give me 1 second, Mezo. I got you. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just trying to do this math. So it's 1,500 times 5 times 95.95. So it's 7.1K. So it's 7.125K divided by 350. Yeah, you're right. You did the math correct, brother. It's a 20.3 ROI. So you're 20xing your money if you hit max payout. Just once. Good maths, eh? Good maths. Mizzo, yeah, the Discord is this. Oh, and Thenix got me. W Thenix. That's the Discord right there. We do givvies on stream. We do a ton of stuff in the Discord. I'm in there every single day. We're live every day, 9:30 a.m. We just gotta start growing the socials, really. We gotta start growing the socials, chat. I really want to grow the stream. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be transparent with you guys and vulnerable here. The lower viewership is kind of discouraging because we were getting like 70, 80, and I was getting hype. I'm like, man, stream's gonna grow a lot. And then we kind of dropped off when things got slow this month. Any trades today? We were looking at sell side here. So this is the This was really the one take I was trying to run. Through here, there was nothing, no retracement. Right here, we retrace into a 5-minute fair value. The anthem, I just realized it came on again. Nah, bro. It came on again. MMA, you weren't even in the stream. It played earlier, dog. This song is cursed. It's ridiculous. It already played earlier. Nah, this song is actually straight up cursed. I gotta rap on it. Dude, what song is that? I'm finding the song after this. I don't know. What do you think, chat? Should we keep it for the memes or do I just take it off? But Fenix, I was looking at this 5-minute internal. We traded into fair value to play sell side towards PDL and then this low. That was TP1. But there was no inversion in this leg, so I couldn't play any inversion. And then so I tried to play the order flow flip on this, but I wanted this fill for a 1.8 because if I shorted down here on this candle, hold on, if I shorted down here on this candle, it's negative R. So we kind of got cucked, not gonna lie. Price cucked us. Price gave us the cuck chairs we just watched. That's crazy. Now that I think about it, that's a bar. Yo, when Price leaves you and it just when Price leaves you and you just have to watch it go to PT, that's getting cucked by Price. Damn, that's a bar. I just cooked. Literally when it doesn't fill and it just goes to PT, you're getting cucked. Cause you gotta sit there and just watch. That's crazy. Alright, my bad, chat. That's crazy. I gotta tone it down. What if macro gives us a buy? If we put in structure for longs, potentially. Do you answer DMs on Discord? I'll answer them, yeah. Just be careful, because there's people licking their lips right now, because they're gonna DM you pretending to be me. If you join the Discord, you're gonna get DM'd by like 4 different accounts. We're gonna catch a bid back up here, and then put in structure for longs. There's just no way this sells down, chat. If this sells all the way down, I'm talking like if this just makes a crazy move down to these lows right now, I don't know ball. We can say I don't know ball. I think this is more likely to consolidate than pop. I know I've said that 3 times, but I just do not see this coming down to these lows right now, especially pre-FOMC. Ultimately, I can be wrong, and if that's the case, we can say I don't know ball. But I think that this consolidates and pops. I'd love to see price back above 27,700. Yeah, I agree. Any pop through here would be a bias flip long. I mean, we're at a narrative level now where I just only want to see longs. I don't want to short through these lows, but yeah, I need structure. It's basically we've taken out the targets for sell side, so I don't want to try and short down to this because we could catch a bid at any point back up, but we also don't have structure to long. Yo, Thenix, thank you for the heart, bro. I appreciate it. I think this consolidates and catches a bid back up. Everyone bet your house. No, don't. Not financial advice, but I would not want to sell here. This is the classic signature it's been doing every session lately, chat. This is why you got to pay attention to recent price action in the session and adapt. Because what we do is we'll take out these sell side targets for the day. Like we'll have a pretty decent run off open. We'll take out the sell side targets and then it just consolidates and then it makes a move. Or it'll consolidate right before target. Why don't you prefer change in state? I don't know. It's a good question. I don't have an issue with it. It's not like I don't like it. My thing is like I want to keep my trading simple, and for me fair value gaps are what make price good. So if we have a, let me find an example for you. I'm trying to find a good example. The logic I subscribe to really is that the fair value gaps make the OBs high probability. You know, I want to see speed with price. I want to see speed and follow through. So like, for example, you might mark this out as a change in state, and it played here obviously because I just picked it out, but to me this is lower probability. This is really just like a chop, a 5-minute chop, and we have a body close over where that's your OB. But to me, what makes an OB high probability and I would be willing to play it is the fact that it creates a fair value gap. So I'd rather play an OB like here that overlaps with a gap like this, and to me that's much higher probability than playing one that doesn't. And so it's not that I don't like change of state, it's just I don't feel like I need it really. I just feel like it adds complication. I guess maybe sometimes if I don't get a fair value gap, it could get me an entry, but generally if price isn't creating fair value gaps, I just don't want to be involved. That's kind of the rule of thumb for me. I mean, that's how important gaps are to how I trade. It's gaps and it's swing points. It's liquidity and fair value gaps. So I just don't feel like I need to add change in state, and I feel like when I use change in state, I want to see it form with fair value gaps anyway. Like here. Like that's the OB, right? But I want to see it create fair value gaps to validate that with speed. I just want to be involved with price when it has speed, essentially. Because if it doesn't, I'd rather sit out. Like, people will say this is an OB, right? We have a down close, or we have an up close candle and then we down close over. But context matters. There's also no fair value gap. I would never want to short that, ever. Okay, leave a 1-minute bullish fair value gap bet on your house. Like I said, we're gonna pop here, chat, and if we don't, I'll be extremely surprised. But I'm not the type of trader that snipes bottoms, and I don't think that trying to catch tops and bottoms is conducive to what you want to do with prop firms. It can work, and I could build a strategy around it, but I would never trade that in a prop environment. I would trade that like live. Like if I was gonna run high R, lower win rate trading, I would only do that on a live account. But it really just comes down to that correlation between win rate and R. For prop trading and for streaming and doing the live trading and everything like that, with prop accounts, definitely want higher win rate and you want base hits. Duck race, we'll do it one of the days this week. I'm gonna do a one-on-one call with Buggle after stream, so probably gonna do that soon. We'll do one later this week. How much would you recommend risking? If you're unprofitable, then you should really just be risking as little. Here's my advice. If you're unprofitable, like you actually have no edge right now, or your data says you have no edge, your job right now is to build edge and to collect data. The only way to build edge is to collect data. So in terms of risk, you don't want to be risking a lot and putting a lot of money, you know, into the market or whatever your account is, because you don't have edge, right? You want to learn and you want to survive and you want to keep that account as long as possible and not blow it and collect data and build edge. And so what I would recommend is that you size down as much as possible to where you don't feel anything. You can be detached and you can focus on data and taking good trades and building edge, but also big enough to where you can follow your rules. You can still buy into what you're doing. You know what I mean? It needs to be enough to keep you in check and follow your rules and follow the strat and be bought in, but it needs to be also enough or low enough to, if you don't have a lot of budget or you don't want to blow the account ever, to not blow the account. So for some of you on like a prop account, that could be 25, 30 losses. For me, on a funded, I run 10 losses. I've never lost 10 in a row in my career. And if I do, I mean, it's just unlucky. Like that is probabilistically, based on probability theory and my win rate, I would have to go on like the most unlucky run of my entire trading career and be the most unlucky man. Or I would have to just trade outside my model or do some stuff that is not I will never do. You know what I mean? I won't trade outside the model. I won't change my edge. I won't deviate. I'm not going to lose 10 in a row, chat, and if I do, I'm just insanely unlucky. Like, I think the probability of that is it's 0.0000 something. You know what I mean? It's not 0, but it's 0.00000. So it's not impossible, probabilistically speaking, technically, but it's highly unlikely. So I give myself 10 losses, but I have edge and I know what I'm doing, and I want to push risk more. The dangerous thing with prop that a lot of people don't understand is, chat, you really got to think about this, man. I'm about to spit some game here for you guys, because a lot of people don't understand this. A lot of people don't understand this. You need, when you're trading with prop firms, you need to size in a way to make sure that when you have a good month, you can hit payouts. Because if you don't, I would argue the worst thing that you can do is be sized so little. Like, it's levels to what I'm saying. Risk management is such a touchy subject, and it's such a hard topic to touch on because everyone's risk tolerance, everyone's budget for spending, you know, on evaluations and accounts is different. Everyone's at different periods of their trading. But from the perspective of someone with edge that actually knows how to trade, can follow the rules and make money, you want to be pushing enough risk to be hitting payouts basically every month or most good months. But you also want to be managing risk to the point where just a couple trades won't blow your fundeds, right? So for me, it's like understanding my win rate and what is extremely unlikely for me. That's 10 losses. That's a healthy balance where when I run my accounts up and we run well on price and we have our good months, we're going to be hitting payouts. And when we don't, we like any accounts with 10R drawdown, we have not lost through our little drawdown through July. I think there was a My Funded Futures Flex we lost, and it had like 4R. So you just have to understand that push risk enough to make money on payouts and good months, but not too much to where a little 3 trade losing streak wipes you out. It's a balance. For me, that's like 10R, 8 to 10R of losing. Yeah, if you're still building edge and learning, just buy like the cheapest funded, or not funded, the cheapest eval and collect data and learn. But you got to be bought in enough to follow the rules and follow the system. And sometimes, like this month, a lot of times you're just better off sitting out or avoiding price or having lower frequency. This is pure chop. I'm not really interested in trying to long right now with no structure, and I'm not interested in shorting. This will buy back up off the lows most likely. You know Desi? Yeah, Desi's cool. I like Desi. Desi's a good trader. I like Desi, Lanto, and Brian. They're all good traders. You ask Desi about what I was just saying, he'll agree with me. I guarantee it. Because they understand the prop environment and they push risk. Because that's what you have to do when you have edge. You have to push enough risk to where your good months are going to be hitting payouts, but manage risk well enough to where your couple losses or a string of losses don't wipe out your whole funded. We about to displace on IQ? Yeah, I think this will buy up here. Just like I said, consolidation and buy up most likely. I don't see this going lower. I would not want to short down here. Nice strong close on the M15. It is a good close. I think this pops now. Should see it. Here's the bid, most likely. Should see this buy back up. I kind of like this song. It's just like calm. It's just calm. It got me in flow state. This one's cool. This is just choppy. Still like higher. Just consolidating at the lows. We took out a major sell side, so. What a disappointing candle, yeah. It's been way too long. It's gonna buy back up. It's just, is it gonna provide anything? That's the question. If I was doing anything, I would be buying, chat, but no model, nothing right now. Just wait for structure. If you guys are gonna do anything, most likely the rest of the day out long off these lows, I'd be very surprised if we see more downside range lows swept. It's like, look at this 4-hour consolidation we're in. That's range external, so this is kind of like a mean reversion back in here. It's like a reversal model off the 4-hour lows. You can see this most likely to play something like that. Or right into there, 1.7 off the 5-minute. Something like that's not bad. 100-point stop is crazy though. That's not bad at all right here. Something like that. We gotta see that close over. This is just choppy. You want to see it close over. This structure is not bad if you guys want to try to play reverse off the lows. Just chop. Again, price just doesn't like falling through in these markets. No fall through. If this just keeps chopping, I'm good. No confirmation, nothing. So we're not in anything. It's just choppy. Look, there's no structure put in. It's just, yeah, I'm good. It's not putting in structure. It's not falling through up. I still like longs off the lows. I think that this goes higher. It's just like we said, like we explained, right? It's going to consolidate and then it'll buy out. But I don't see this falling through hard lower. I already took my 1 to 2. Dang, that's a quick 1 to 2. What the heck? You must be scalping down here or something. You gotta be running way tighter stops. Yeah, it must have been like this. You probably ran something like this, right? Like really tight. Something tight like that. Love to see an M5 or 15. Yeah, exactly. You want to see this putting some structure up, which I don't know if it will. I think it will. It's just a matter of when. I don't know if it will right now. It's like 2 out of those highs. I wanted to short into the lows. That was a 1.8. It would have been perfect. We didn't get a fill. We got FOMC at 2 p.m. It's pretty cooked now. We're just gonna consolidate at the lowest, chat. I'm not gonna watch this whole, until FOMC. So we'll call it here. We'll be live again tomorrow. We'll catch a banger tomorrow. We're gonna see something tomorrow because we're gonna get FOMC today. Ideally, we break range downside from FOMC. I don't know why they did that. Ideally, we break this downside to FOMC, but I would not be surprised at all if FOMC sends it right back into this range. And right now, I only would want longs because we swept out range external. Look at the wick on the 4 hour. This is exactly what we expected. All right, this is gonna mean revert back up. Just would not want to short right here. If anything, you long this up. If you guys are taking anything, longs. Not financial advice, but that's. I don't see shorts here. Upside. Trying to play mean reversion off the 4 hour sell side is what I see. So we'll be live again tomorrow, chat. If you get any accounts, use code patiently to show love to the stream. I really appreciate it, man. If you guys would do that, that'd be amazing. Just to show some love. Should see this come up. That's not bad at all if you guys want to try to play that off the lows. Just see upside. But hey, chat, I know ball. What did I say? We're gonna buy up, right? I said if it comes down, I don't know ball. It looks like I know ball, chat. What strategy are you using? I trade my model. It's called Harmony. Long from 0623. Yeah, I see this popping back up here, chat. Should see some upside now off the lows. So have a good one, man. We'll be live again tomorrow. Appreciate you guys.